Hi, I'm Gabby, and I was told by a mysterious text message to talk about Bailee for a little bit.
Ready? Go!
Sure.
Alright, I'm going.
I'm watching recording. That was not impressive.
She always wants to do what makes other people happy, and what would make me happy, what made me happy in her birth was her being born on May 1st.
Bailee, you are one of my favorite people in the world.
I'm very thankful for her friendship. Really been so blessed to get to know her.
She's very funny, she's very goofy. Say the most random things that'll crack you up.
Bailee, I love how you are who you are. You have your own style, you have your own way of doing things, but I love that about you.
She is so energetic and happy all the time.
There is just something that where Bailee exudes exuberance.
You get out. I'm older. I'm younger. I'm taller. I'm shorter. I'm smarter. I'm not falling for that.
Ask me the question.
Bailee?
Yes.
What is your favorite subject in school?
No, you have to ask the same question. Tell me about your life.
Bailee, tell me about your life.
When I was just 2 years old, I left my lips out in the cold and they turned blue. What could I do?
I'm ready.
Her face is a map of the world, is a map of the world. You can see she's a beautiful girl, she's a beautiful girl. And everything around her is a silver pool of light. People who surround her feel the benefit of it, it makes you count. She holds you captivated in her palm. Suddenly I see, this is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. Suddenly I see, this is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. And I feel like walking the world, like walking the world. And you can hear she's a beautiful girl, she's a beautiful girl. She fills up every corner like she's born in black and white. Makes you feel warmer when you're trying to remember what you're. She likes to leave you hanging on a word. Suddenly I see, this is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. Suddenly I see, but this is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. And she's taller than most, and she's looking at me. I can see her eyes looking from the page of a magazine. She makes me feel like I could be a tower, big strong tower, yeah. The power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see, she got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see, she got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see, she got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see, she got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see, this is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see.
So Bailee's birth story, it's a pretty fun story. Jake was born in April. Caitlin was born in June. So I kind of really wanted a May baby. So when I got Bailee's birth date, due date, as May 4th, I was a little bit worried because Jake and Caitlin were both early. In fact, I went into labor a week early with both of them. So that put Bailee into April. So I wasn't too thrilled about that, but I'm like, we'll see what happens. So Bailee's pregnancy, the pregnancy with Bailee was pretty easy. I don't remember anything out of the ordinary or, difficult. The only difference I remember I got bloody noses, which I wasn't used to. And I was very happy to find out that it was a pregnancy thing and not just something I was gonna have to deal with the rest of my life. I think it was the evening of April 29th. I was scrapping at my sister's house. We scrapped on Sunday nights those days. So Sunday night, I came home and I got into bed and I started feeling contractions. And I'm like, oh no, we're a day early. I was hoping for a May baby and we almost made it. But I ended up sleeping through the night. And so the contractions didn't get too hard. But I called my midwife in the morning and told her that I'd been having contractions. And she told me that it was full moon time. So basically the tide was rising in my belly. And I thought that was pretty funny. And she said what'll probably happen is that my contractions will lighten during that day and then come back in the evening, and that would be for real. And so that made me happy because then I had a whole day to plan for my birth that night. How often do you get that opportunity? I made casseroles, put them in the freezer, got everything ready in her room and for my midwife. That evening, I think it was about 6 o'clock, I was laying on the couch and my water broke. Then obviously contractions got harder and stuff like that. And so we called the midwife and she started her preparations to come over. She got over at about 9, I think. Contractions had been getting harder and closer together and all that kind of thing. But when she got there and started setting up, then I actually started relaxing and things started slowing down. At this time it's maybe 10:30 or something like that. She told us to go into the bedroom and kind of lay down in the quiet and just kind of mentally think about what's going on, and that usually helps things to progress. So we did that. Yes, the contractions got harder and stronger, and we came out at about 20 to 12. We had set up the movie Signs, for Robin and her assistant to watch while we went into the bedroom, and so we came out about 20 to 12. Said, yeah, we got this May baby in the bed because it was 20 minutes till midnight. So we started watching Signs with them, sat on the couch. Carl got out some snacks and eating cheese and crackers on the floor, and everyone's watching. It was kind of funny because in the movie, Mel Gibson has a son who has asthma, and so there's a lot of talk about breathing, breathe with Mel Gibson and breathe like Mel Gibson and stuff like that. So every time I had a contraction, I was breathing with Mel Gibson.
Don't be afraid, Morgan. Feel my chest. Breathe with me. Together. The air is going in our lungs. Together. We're the same. We're the same.
I had this one contraction that was just really strong. Robin's like realizing that I'm like trying not to push, and it's probably about that time. And so she was like, okay, well, let's get her into the bedroom. And there's no way I was moving into the bedroom.
I don't have as much on Bailee's birth story as Kimmy had because, I didn't give birth. Still haven't figured that process out yet. But the thing that I thought about a lot during that time, or the thing that most stands out to me, was during the whole Mel Gibson thing. Like, Robin was just locked in on the movie. Like, she was like not even really paying that close attention. And then she kind of just glanced over and Kimmy was breathing heavy and she's like, and suddenly everything it was like a fire alarm at that point. Like somebody had just pulled the fire alarm and everything went crazy. And I was eating cheese and crackers at the time. So suddenly Robin just looks at me and she's like, get rid of that cheese and crackers and get the light on and get her in the bed. And she's just barking orders, which is always the thing that I loved about Robin. Because during like the birth situation, like I am completely useless. Like it's my wife who's in labor with my child, and I'm just really worried about everything. I liked having Robin to be this take charge sort of person, but she almost freaked me out at this point because it was like she was just barking orders and stuff like that. And she's like, get her into the bedroom. And like Kimmy was having none of that. There was no getting Kimmy to the bedroom. That was not a real thing.
I made it as far as right in front of the couch, living room floor. She was born on hands and knees, which was kind of cool because I was the only one that could see that she was a girl at first. And that's how I had my May baby girl, 12:20 in the morning on May 1st. This is the first we got a baby Bailee on video. She's just waking up and making all those wake up faces, so let me see if I can get any. There's a big smile. All right, Bailee is a baby. I feel like a lot of times birth stories reflect the personality of the child that's been born. I thought that with Jake, he basically likes to stay where he is, and he was like that during birth as well. That's why it took him 61 hours to get here. Caitlin, I feel like she's always been a kind of a by the books person. So her labor and birth was like pretty much 10 hours start to finish. Everything was like the average. She did it exactly the way she's supposed to. Bailee, I feel like was more a people pleaser. She always wants to do what makes other people happy, and what made me happy in her birth was her being born on May 1st. So she waited until May 1st, and then she says, okay, I'm ready. And then she was born. As a baby, she seemed like a really happy baby. The one thing I noticed almost immediately is that she was louder than the other two. I don't know how I noticed it. There was just a volume button on her that you couldn't turn down. She either cried louder or laughed louder. Everything was loud with her. She's always had a little bit of a problem controlling her body because she's got so much energy inside of her. She just doesn't know how to keep it inside. So that's always been a thing with her, and it still is. What is that, Bailee? Bailee! So let Bailee sing it now, okay? Can you sing, Bae? Oh, I need to tell you something. Oh my goodness.
The other thing that stands up to me about Bailee was that, like, so with Jake shows up, he's my first, he terrified me. Like, what am I supposed to do with this kid? I've never really been around little kids that much. And so that took me back. And so every time Jake even hinted at crying, I would hand him over to Kimmy. And he was a real mama's boy for a very long time. And then Caitlin comes along, and at that point, she kind of had Caitlin all the time, and then Jake was with me a lot. So I didn't really have Caitlin, I didn't take care of Caitlin much as a baby either. But then Bailee comes along, and Kimmy was helping out in kids ministry on Sundays. And, you know, we had 3 kids. We could no longer play man-to-man defense. We had to play a zone. And because of that, I would have Bailee on Sunday mornings. And then, I would just have to have her more often because Kimmy couldn't be everywhere at once. And so Bailee was really the first kid that I took care of a lot as a baby of my original 3. So that was always a really precious thing to me, is the time that I got to spend together. Like, we'd sit in the back of the church on Sundays, and Bailee would get like squirmy or like start to cry or something like that, and I'd take her out into the hallway and walk up and down the hallways with her so as not to disrupt church and that. Bailee and I have always had a different relationship, I think, because she was the 3rd kid than I had with the other 2.
How's my baby girl today? You doing some crawling?
There's Caitlin.
Here I am at the top. I love you, baby.
Yeah, your mom threw up 3 times again, having a hard time keeping down the vitamins. Goes from laughing to crying to smiling. Couple times real close to being violent. Not really close, but we kinda are. Call me that shit, that's bizarre. Yesterday a couple kids making out in cars. Now we're staring at a screen and you're beating hard. She been in the lab cooking you up. Daddy going fast, like you in a rush. Don't know if you can hear. That's why I get close, singing to her belly just to let you know. Somebody loves you. You got a friend, even if you don't know it yet. Somebody loves you. We're making plans, waiting for your spaceship to land. Still cook most dinners in the microwave, and my plants all died over the holidays. And I don't know how I'm ever gonna pay for the Ivy League school you're gonna graduate. And I'm gonna be there learning right beside you. Probably teach me more than I can teach you, but I promise you I'm always gonna show up. Might be the only thing that I'm really sure of. So you'll become a kid, and I'll become a man. And first we're gonna crawl, together we'll stand. Not sure if you can hear, that's why I get close, singing to her belly just to let you know. Somebody loves you. You got a friend, even if you don't know it yet. Somebody loves you. We're making plans, waiting for your spaceship to land. Yeah, it's crazy cause if I'm singing to you, then my mom up in heaven's probably singing to me too. Edges of the world make some damn good music. Gotta close your eyes and listen to it. Yeah, it's crazy cause if I'm singing to you, then my mom up in heaven's probably singing to me too. Edges of the world make some damn good music. Gotta close your eyes and listen to it. She been in the lab cooking you up. Damn, you growing fast, it's like you in a rush. Don't know if you can hear, that's why I get close, singing to her belly just to let you know. Somebody loves you. You got a friend, even if you don't know it yet. Somebody loves you. We're making plans, waiting for your spaceship to land. Whoa, waiting, whoa, waiting for your spaceship to land. Whoa, just waiting, whoa, waiting for your spaceship to land.
I simply must go.
It's cold outside.
What you doing, babe? What? Oh, is it cold outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, when's it cold outside song? I was singing it earlier today too.
Angel, please come for me. Tomato sauce and cheese, so beauty. It's an angel, I'm on my knees. You're my number one, 5 months, say so. I think she's really peculiar. I don't like see her as my friend, and like she's like very like kind of different in a way that I see people. And yeah.
To describe Bailee, my one word would be genuine. Bailee, I love how you are who you are. I see so many teenagers out there that are just trying to be like everybody else and fit in, and you have your own style, you have your own way of doing things, and you're not prideful about it, you're quite humble about it, but I love that about you. And you're kind, and you're genuine with what you say and how you treat people, and so my word for you would be genuine.
Patient. She's so patient, and if you ask her, she'll go, I'm not patient. No, I'm not. Girl, yes, you are. You are so patient, because maybe not internally. Maybe internally you're not patient, but externally, you're just a little... You're so patient. You put up with so much, and I'm grateful for it, because I'm not going to put up with it.
One word to describe Bailee: Katara.
One that comes to mind is genuine. She is the most genuine person I know. So yeah, genuine's a good one.
One word that describes Bailee would be warm. She's just always smiley and welcoming and fun, and you know, liked her since day one. She's a pretty cool person. You should get to know her.
What describes Bailee? artistic because she is artistic. She likes to draw and paint, and I don't.
I'd call her kind-hearted. If someone that she cares about is needing a hand, or she will, without a doubt, without a second thought, help you out.
Be bubbly. She's always smiling or laughing. Whenever she greets me, she's smiling. She gives me a hug, and she's making everybody around her laugh, even when they're sad. It's a great quality.
A word that describes Bailee, I think, would be selfless. Like, she always thinks of other people, and she's just really cool. And I'm glad she's my friend. I'm proud to have her as my friend.
I'm gonna go with joyful. There is just something where Bailee exudes exuberance. Like, she is always like dancing around or moving her hands. Like, she just cannot contain, I think, the amount of joy that is within her all the time, and I enjoy that quite a bit.
One word I'd probably use to describe Bailee is creative. I love her creative side and how she sees the beauty in everything.
A word that describes Bailee, I feel like, is blissful. Like, she is so energetic and like happy all the time, and she's also so thoughtful, and she's like, she puts thought in everything she does, and she cares about everyone around her always. She's making sure everyone's okay, checking up on people, and she's super sympathetic. And she's blissful to be around. She's like a fresh breath of air. It's really fun to be around her.
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there.
Well, I first got myself into art by basically watching other people. I've always really loved art since I was a child. Arts and crafts was like my favorite part of Sunday school and teach. I've always just been really infatuated that people could draw something and have like detail in it. Yeah, I started my art journey 3 years ago, and it was on December 3rd of 2021. I saw a TikTok video basically saying, like, if you're not good at art and you want to be, you just gotta practice every day, kind of thing. I'm like, yeah.
Well, Bailee's been interested in art for a long time, but I didn't think that she had a lot of like natural talent, because, well, there's no art talent in my family that I know of. So, you know, she would like to draw, she'd like to try things out. She asked actually for Christmas one year, she asked for a colored pencil set, an art kit she picked out, and so I got it for her, but I didn't think much of it until she was using it and stuff like that. And she got some canvases and she would paint and stuff, and it was good, but it was never anything like I thought, oh, she can really use this talent.
Yeah, so I started right then and there. I was like, I'm gonna do this every day. So after everybody went to sleep, I would stay in the bathroom because that was the only room in the house that I could have the light on and nobody would wake up. And I would follow step-by-step tutorials on YouTube. And I would be very, I would pause and unpause a lot because I had no idea what I was doing. I couldn't tell how the big picture was gonna turn out. And very slowly I would get better at that. I wasn't very confident in my skills, but it was fun and I enjoyed doing it every night. I especially wouldn't draw anything that had a face in it because I was not very confident in spatial awareness on where everything would go. But yeah, eventually I would start to get better, and I believe I followed a tutorial for Venom. And I thought it was the coolest thing. Yeah, I thought it was the coolest thing because I drew all of the teeth individually, and I liked the tongue sticking out, and I thought it was very, very artistic, and I was very proud of myself. I think I showed it to Jake. I think that was the first picture I showed, because I'm like, oh, Jake likes Marvel, and he's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm like, yes. I would slowly start to see my skills grow. I didn't really notice it until I drew the Azula picture, which I showed to Caitlin because I was very proud. I think I blew myself away with this one because I hadn't really drawn faces yet, but it looked just like the reference and I was very proud of it. And I showed it to Caitlin, and she encouraged me to show it to the rest of the family.
So one day we were all sitting in the living room. I don't know if we were watching TV or something, but we hear Caitlin going, "Bailee, you have to show her. You have to show him." She was talking about, she had drawn this picture of TV character Azula from Avatar. She had copied it. So we saw a picture of Azula that she copied and the picture that she drew, and I'm like, wait, what? I had no idea she could draw like that.
I remember Mom being very impressed and Dad wanted to put it on Facebook. It was a very surreal experience for me because I was like, dang, I made it. I'm an artist now, that's crazy. I mean, obviously my drawings were still crap, I wasn't that great at it. I think I took an art class with Julie Dean back in 2022. Again, I was not confident, I didn't want help because I thought that if people tried to help me, they'd be like, oh, she's not a good artist, she can't do this kind of thing. So I would just kind of like shy away from that. But I would still practice at home every night and slowly improve like that. In Christmas of 2021, I got this, I asked for acrylic paints because I saw on YouTube people painting. I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks like the coolest thing. It looks so fun. So I asked for acrylic paints and I got those along with some canvases and I made a couple. They weren't the best. I don't know color theory, but it was really fun and I enjoyed it a lot. I took a class with Richard, I believe in 2023. My big takeaway from that class was color theory. He taught me how to mix colors, and from that I painted/drew the bubble. And it's not like my greatest achievement, but I still do like it quite a bit. And it definitely helped me with color theory. And so with my new painting skills, I finally made the Forever Fall Forest. With the Forever Fall Forest, it's from Ruby. It's just from like the first couple seasons, but I really wanted it. And obviously they don't make it online or anything. So, and it was just kind of this weird experience being like, I can make that. And looking at it now, there's like things that I would improve about it, but it's still one of my proudest achievements. It's my favorite thing that's hanging in my room. And I love that painting.
The thing that shocks me as a parent is when your kid shows you something that they can do that they didn't learn from you. So like with Jake, the thing that got me was his writing. You know, Jake is a better writer than I am, and I've never talked to him really about his writing. I've never really given any real feedback on it. It was just a thing that Jake did on his own. With Caitlin, it's her performing. I remember when she did Everything You Can Do, I Can Do Better. Like, she was so funny and so outgoing, and I never did anything like this. And she's out there and she's just knocking this stuff down. It's like, oh my gosh. And then with Bailee, the artwork, when we first started seeing the artwork, it was like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know of any Mazaris or Johnson who can draw or paint or do any of those kinds of things. And it came out of left field. And she starts bringing out these paintings over time, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is even better. And so that was really crazy.
I'm very proud of how far I've come. I still have a long way to go, but I've made stuff like this painting from Barbie as Rapunzel, which as a kid I would always look at and be like, I wish I had that art skill. I wish I could do that. And yeah, recently, just like the Forever Fall Forest, I was like, I actually can. And so I watched the movie and I painted the painting, and I was super proud of that. I couldn't believe that I did that. I'm pretty proud. That's how it started. Whatever my hyperfixation at the time was, I feel like my first big one was Owl House. I drew a lot of Owl House characters. And then I kind of started drawing Ruby a lot, and it's just kind of progressed from there. I would just kind of draw whatever I was like super into at the time, and I still do that. I like a little bit of everything. I mean, art that like holds a lot of emotion I really like, but I've never been too good at putting that into my art pieces. But yeah, I don't know, a little bit of everything, I guess. Paint's a lot of fun. I'm terrible at watercolor. I would like to get better at that. I just got some watercolor stuff and I'm very excited to use it. I should probably try oil paint at some point. It just kind of scares me and I don't want to set the house on fire. I don't know, I would like to try other forms of art. So like pottery, I feel like would be very fun. I think learning to sew would be fun, though. I know that's not like traditional art, but yeah, I want to get into like a lot of different stuff.
Since Bailee has become an artist, I guess I start thinking about what she can do as being beneficial. Obviously, I do a lot of crafting for the family picture, so I'm constantly thinking, you know, what kind of things should I buy? What kind of things should I make? And sometimes I don't have a choice because there's not options available. I have to make things. And with her being an artist, I'm like, oh, now I have someone who can actually draw something and it will look like it's supposed to, and I don't have to like necessarily, with me, I'd have to go buy a template or, you know, something to trace or something like that, where she can just like, all of a sudden here she just draws it and there it is and it's over. Doing pumpkin carving. You know, we were at Eric and Lorraine's house, and you know, usually we have to print out these templates and like kind of try and pin draw them on the pumpkin before cutting them out. And Bailee's like, well, this is what Jordan wants. So she just drew it on the pumpkin and then Jordan cut it out. It's just, bam, just like that. There was one time when I was looking for an ornament for Jake from one of the family pictures. He was a character and I just couldn't find any ornament with that character on it. And I'm like, hey, Bailee, I don't suppose you could draw this character on an ornament, could you? And she did. So yeah, it's been super helpful and super convenient at times to have her as an artist.
And then the thing that has happened since then is, you know, I play D&D, I DM a lot, is that I get these minis. Bailee paints them for me, and you know, people are just blown away, like, oh my gosh, look how well she did with this thing. This is really cool. And it makes me actually want to go out and buy more minis. So Kimmy, blame Bailee for the money I spend on minis, because Bailee's really good at painting them.
I'm proud of myself. Come a long way. I sucked before.
All right.
Yay.
Get cash?
Jake,
What?
I want you to think about how much I'm really worth. and then subtract that from it. I'm worth a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. What now?
Something I really admire about Bailee is how compassionate she is and how she does not hesitate to be herself.
I admire one of her main love languages, her acts of service. Anytime I form a new, like, irrational fear or insecurity, she's always the first to not ask any questions about why that is the way it is. She'll just immediately adjust to it. She will change certain parts of her lifestyle simply to adjust to that. And so yeah, I think that's very admirable.
The thing I admire most about you, Bailee, it goes along with my word for you, how genuine you are and that you're true to who you are. A best example of that would be that just recently I found out that you're not a reader. Your whole friend group reads books and loves books, and so I assumed you like reading, but you don't. You're a gamer, and you have amazing creative games that you tell me about, and you can still have fun with your friends who are readers. I think that's so amazing. I love to hear those things. I'm looking at my notes, I wrote notes. I love how you love your family. You talk about your siblings and tell me about cool things they're into or doing and how much you love Caitlin, not Stephanie. You'll get that one. And you always ask good questions. You have been asking good questions since I met you. Sometimes questions that I have to pray about or go home and study. I love that about you. You ask real questions. And you're always kind and respectful. Those are great attributes.
Her joy. She likes to make people happy, and it is very inspiring.
Something I admire about Bailee is her people-pleasing quality, because I like to take advantage of that people-pleasing quality. So like, if I complain that I'm hungry, she gives me food. If I don't want to make my bed, she makes my bed for me. But to be fair, it's easier for her because I always sleep on the top bunk. I was on the top bunk and I'm short and she's tall. But like, yeah, I love that.
She has many admirable traits. She seems to have a psychic ability, and I really admire that. She knows what I'm gonna say before I say it when I'm at work a lot of times, and her sister seem to always be able to finish each other's sentences, and they're on the same wavelength. So I don't know, she's attuned to people really well.
I mean, it's crazy. We finish each other's
Sandwiches.
That's what I was gonna say.
I've never met someone who thinks so much like me.
Jinx! Jinx again!
Bailee is a really swell kid. She would come to stay with us for a week or so at a time, and she was always optimistic and happy-go-lucky and happy to be with us, and she was always such a joy and a good friend to the girls, and we just loved having her.
What I admire about Bailee is that she has a really good heart. And I've often said that Bailee is my first kid that I wish I could imitate. And I would like to be able to imitate that about Bailee, is that she is just, she cares about people, and she's always worried about how other people feel, and if she makes somebody feel bad, that really bothers her. And so I really enjoy that about her. I enjoy that she cares about other people.
She's very funny. She's very goofy. And yeah, so those two, she is both very, very helpful and very fun just to hang around. We'll say the most random things that'll crack you up.
Her optimism, her cheerfulness, and her positivity, she makes stressful situations not seem so bad because she's just so cheerful.
Something I admire about Bailee is that she's never put anyone down for what they like. She's always encouraging you in your interests. And, you know, she's always curious and polite. But she will fight you if you fight her on one of her interests. So don't ever say that Sophia the First is a bad TV show. I learned that the hard way.
I was a girl in the village doing alright. Then I became a princess overnight. Now I gotta figure out how to do it right. So much to learn and see.
She's like very understandable. Like if we ever get into like a fight, she usually understands why like we argue, and like it's nice to have a sister who like really understands you sometimes.
Something I admire about Bailee is how patient she is. She's always patient and always just super happy and bubbly, and like she always just makes everything fun. I just love to be around her because she's a quiet spirit. It's just welcoming almost.
One thing I love about Bailee is she is super determined. She's very determined to be successful. She got a job really young. She's very determined. She loves drawing. I love her drawings. She's super talented with that. Like if anyone tries to say she can't do something, she will immediately try to prove you wrong, and she will immediately try to flip the situation around immediately. I can tell she wants to be successful in life, and I feel like she's going places. She's going places. Trust.
It's really difficult, Jordan.
Huh?
Keep going.
You don't understand, I just vented.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
She's fun but bratty, practically perfect.
That's just because her morals match mine.
I just, yeah. I just look up to her, which is probably to an unhealthy extent. Yeah, I feel like you're somewhere in the middle,
I'm sensing a pattern with you guys.
A pattern? What do you mean?
There's not much you guys say about each other.
There's not.
You guys just exist.
We're here.
And you're
We
cool
exist.
with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. We exist.
We
and we're cool
exist.
with
We
that.
exist.
You exist, and I'm cool with it. It sounds mean, but I mean it in a positive way, I swear.
I like you better dead. I mean it in a positive way.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No, I swear, in a positive way. Like, I'm happy. I'm very happy you exist. My life is better for it, you know?
I usually think the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like that I exist. I'm behind.
When did Bailee become part of the sibling clan?
When she was born.
No.
When was she accepted into the cult?
Not too much later.
Where is
Bailey cult?
be some kind of part of a.
Yeah, but there's like a clan.
The cult.
that happened.
When did she?
When did I join the
cult?
cult? It was definitely after I started playing Halo.
We didn't start calling it the sibling clan until was it the playlist?
No, it was
That
a
we
little bit
mixed
before
it?
that.
Yeah, it was before that. Yeah, but yeah, it was only a couple years ago that we started calling it that.
Yeah, but when did I join the group?
When we
Oh,
let her into the
friends?
buddy club.
It was after the cruise in 2017. That's when I started to accept you.
I feel like I became friends with both of them at different times. I don't think it like.
Oh yeah,
I don't
you
think
talk. When did we become friends with you?
Yeah, for
What
you
were the
it was like
specific-
after the cruise. It was like she's letting me hang out with her, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then you, I feel like every once in a while, like you'd just be like watching like me or Jordan, like when we were home alone, you'd just be like, "Hey, do you want to play Battlefront?" I'd be like,
What's happening?
you know, it's a cool people. Oh, this is crazy. Jake wants to play Battlefront. So yeah, like little stuff like that. I was like, oh my gosh.
Maybe like watch shows that people are going or whatnot, or.
No, we'd usually just play video games.
Like, I think we really started to become friends was when I was with Lindsay.
That's crazy because
Which
I feel like I bothered you when you were with Lindsay.
No.
I was like, oh no.
I liked having you around. It
Oh,
was
that's
fun.
cool. That's cool. I had fun. Yeah.
Yeah, my photos are corrupted because of you.
Yeah, but I didn't
That's
know
fun.
if that was bothersome
No,
or
it's
not. I was
fun.
like,
You guys weren't friends before Lindsay?
That's not that we weren't
year was
friends. It was 21.
That was like
yeah, no,
It's only
it is
the-
recent because I was bored when we called Jake like during COVID, and like he started talking to you
Yeah, it's
about like
21.
personal life, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is so boring. Can we leave now? But because we weren't really close, I didn't really
I
care.
had to like wait for everyone to be like gone to like going out like to
Yeah.
talk to you about like COVID stuff at Gabe's house.
Yeah.
But you know, 20.
So it was recent.
Like we were probably like there was a good chunk of time we didn't have any like bad blood.
Yeah,
Like we were civil.
definitely.
But like 21 is like used to hang out with us with Lindsay and I a lot.
Yeah.
And like then Dad's like, all
Third
right,
wheel.
you're like we're friends. We're cool.
Yeah. I have a really
Yeah,
really
the-
bad
2020.
Memory,
Narrow that down.
stability.
no
Judgment of time.
yes, that is exactly what I was gonna say. I have a really bad judge. I can't judge time very well. I have no idea what age I was when I did like very important things in my life.
11:02 p.m. You suck. You suck so bad.
Distinction.
Yeah.
Distinction. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I'm full
Yeah.
smart guy.
Like I have no idea how old. Like I have to like count every time I want to remember how old I was during COVID. Okay? So I don't know if it's like an older sibling thing or something, but I've always perceived you as like the same, not like the same ages. Like you guys aren't the same age,
I
but
do
like
as well.
growing up, you've always been the same amount of age away from me, and it felt like you never got older. Like obviously you got older than 15, but like you were the same
Distance.
you're always the same age.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
You're
I feel like it changed a little bit with you though.
okay. But then it
But like, yeah, you were
I'm
always
slow.
the same age. Yeah.
My development is slow.
Yeah.
We watched the videos and you were like sword fighting with
We were not friends.
Caitlin in there.
Yeah. We
So
were not.
what was
Cut around the blood.
But some of the best years of my life. I love my childhood. I had a great childhood.
your relationship like with your siblings when you were around that side?
She hated me.
needed a prop.
He ignored me. Jordan was sometimes there, depending on how old she was. She was adorable after. Yeah, like he wasn't mean to me. He just like, I don't remember much about Jake in my childhood because I like never talked to him.
Yeah, they did not do much.
Yeah, Caitlin was like, Caitlin
was
is
always
the center of
Of her
attention of my life. She's the she's the leader of the group. She's the glue that keeps this family together.
Man, oh bother.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a while she was just annoying.
Oh yeah, I was a brat.
I don't even remember if you were like legit annoying or not. I don't.
I was.
I just remember being annoyed.
She was legit, bro.
So I don't. And so I don't. So somewhere along the lines, like, oh okay, we're like fine now. But I'm also not someone to like initiate anything. So it was after like I can say, oh, you're not annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, well, cool.
Yeah. I just recently like found a video on my tablet, or like from my tablet, of me videoing the whole like Monsters Inc. movie, and you hit my tablet and tell me to stop recording, and I like scream, you're like, Jake, stop! And I like start crying, and you're like, you're gonna lose so much storage doing that. I'm like, it's fine, I'll delete some stuff. You're like, you're gonna have to delete like 2 hours worth. I'm like, it's fine. I don't know why. I just thought that was really funny.
You know you're not taking too many videos.
I told you that.
You download a 2-hour video. That could take a lot of storage.
I told you that.
Like all your pictures and videos.
Then I'll delete some. A lot.
A lot, Bailey. 2 hours worth. I might be working in a game.
Like, but you were mad at me for trying.
He really got
that. I remember that. I remember that. Oh, that's gold.
Yeah. It made me laugh. Like, wow, our relationship is not a mess.
There's a lot of the standard things that I just wouldn't have, such as like, you know, Little Nightmares and, you know, Attack on Titan and the Owl House, and like, I wouldn't have Francois if it weren't for Bailee. I bought her.
I have Francois.
I bought her Francois for her birthday, and I couldn't resist buying myself one too. Yeah, now we both have Francois, and we bond over that. We wouldn't have Bond if it weren't for Francois. We wouldn't have Francois if it weren't for her. She's my Unimind. We have a Unimind.
Sometimes.
And we're
on rare occasions.
We're both the middle children, and I don't know, maybe that's where it comes from, but our minds are just wired so unified.
I legit think it's because I like idolized you so much.
So you became me?
I'm the discount version of you.
Discount?
I've said that multiple times.
She does say that, but she's like totally different. We have a very similar wired brain, but we're very different people.
I base a lot of my morals and stuff off of Caitlin.
But
that's a big burden for you, but you know, it's true.
I don't know. We just share the same thoughts, and if somebody says one word, like, we'll look at each other and just know exactly what the other person's thinking. If somebody says the word miraculous, it happens at church sometimes.
A lot, actually. They do it all the time.
The church says miraculous a lot, and Bailey and I are like,
dude, I tried to do that with like Rosalie once, because I'm like, she's watched the show, and you weren't at church with me, and I was sad, and the dude said miraculous, and I like looked at Rosalie, and she didn't look at me back. I'm like, oh. I miss Caitlin.
But yeah,
no, I love Rosie so much.
Just that kind of thing, or just like, you know, when we do the Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah, I was like, the theme song. Like, I don't think we ever do.
Yeah. I don't know, just so many things that I don't have with anybody else. Just like it's so nice having a shared mind. You know do you have any idea how convenient that is?
So convenient.
It's so convenient.
It's so convenient.
It's barely an inconvenience.
Jordan, describe your relationship with
She has a car. I don't know why you said that, but she has one. What's your car's name? Backville. While she's thinking of her answer, we're just gonna talk about Backville.
From the beginning,
We'll talk about it later.
it felt like a blur.
Yeah.
It felt like
because it was.
You were so young.
You didn't really have an interest on the stuff I was interested in.
I'm saying to Jordan, Bailee was her best friend.
Oh yes, I was.
Yeah, see.
Oh,
When you were abusive, she needed a backup. So there
I'm not
were.
saying Bailee.
No.
Bailey's best friend was Jordan.
You're nobody's backup.
Jordan's best friend was
Then
Bailee.
do it again.
If anybody ever has you be their backup, then that person.
When we were at SeaWorld, I've got video of Bailee and Jordan going on the Atlantis ride, and them arguing over which one loves the other one more.
Oh, that's crazy.
We never had that.
I don't remember that.
Wait,
that's so
cute.
cute. Cue the video.
Yeah, remember.
I'm really tired.
journey to Atlantis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was so sad
Yeah, like,
because
we
it
were,
got
like-
canceled, and then we were sitting in line for like forever, and we were supposed to go on it like 5 more times.
Wow. Like we even rock paper scissors like when we're going into tunnel.
Who
like,
loves
saying
each other
which-
more?
Oh, I don't remember this.
Oh, we're tied. It was so much fun. I think I had like paper, and you had like rock, and I had to like feel your hand because it was so dark to know
Yeah.
Feel
which
your hand.
part we were on.
God.
And I'm pretty sure I won, but you didn't agree with me.
Oh yeah.
But
Because
let's
of
rock
course I
paper
won.
scissors for it. To see who won.
Come on. It was. I think it went okay in the beginning.
Uh-oh. What
But
happened?
in like the beginning, like no, I was young. I wanted to like bless you.
happened?
I wanted to like play Barbies or Polly Pockets, and whenever like we would play, like sometimes we would end up in an argument or something. By the time she turned to her teenage years, she started hanging out with Caitlin.
Yeah, it was like when I was like 10 or something.
Yeah.
2017, you were 10.
What?
2017, you were 10.
Yeah, so I was like 10.
Whoa, check out the big brain.
Big brain. How did you do that? So funny.
Because I was 17 and I subtracted 7.
Wow. Oh, I should do that. Because you're that age.
Oh gosh. Wait, that is such a smart life hack.
Faye, it's 2025. He's 25.
She's 7 years apart from me. Okay.
We started connecting a little bit, and we're just kind of friends when Caitlin's not around.
I feel I'm very good at one-on-one hangouts with people. No, I'm not. That's a lie. Actually, very good at one-on-one hangouts with Jordan because
Yeah, we've talked about this. How we have like a good relationship with Jordan when we're like by ourselves with her, but then with all 3 of us,
she like
we're like
feels left
Jordan,
out.
what you said was stupid. But I mean,
It's not personal. I
Just the
swear.
other day when you
It's
were
like
when you had that church thing or whatever, me and Jordan, we were like choreographing songs.
Yeah.
While we're dancing around Jake's car while he was playing it.
Yeah.
Like it's so easy.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I really, really like Jordan.
Oh, she's rad.
But she is the closest thing to a
Sister that you have.
Yeah, she's the closest thing to like a standard sister I have. So I really love Jordan, but we fight a lot.
Yeah, it's like.
But like I feel like
fight.
I feel like it won't matter in the long run. Like I think
Your sister's fight.
yeah, I think we're gonna be sisters forever.
Really? Really?
We'll bring up that definition again.
I don't think there's gonna be any like major falling out. That's like, oh my gosh, you're not my sister anymore. No, forever.
I'm not.
I mean, if our relationship stays the same,
Okay.
like, I forgot what it's called, but
Maid
it's
of
like,
honor.
you'll probably be my maid of honor.
Probably.
It's
hard.
Be honest, the good and the bad.
What was the question?
Your friend.
The Bailee.
You're a pretty good friend.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's also solid. How do you see me?
There's a good friend that I can like select like nerd stuff we can talk to about
Yeah.
and whatnot. Mainly like Last of Us and whatnot. Things like that.
Love it.
Yeah, but that's been kind of recent. What about before that?
Before that.
We didn't have a relationship before The Last of Us.
Valve.
No, what about
What about Owl House?
Yeah, and I think you were like the person I would talk to about like the Lindsay stuff with the most.
Really?
Really?
Other
What about like Gabe?
other than Gabe, maybe.
Yeah.
What about like me? I guess you're around her more.
That's so I like talked to you about like I didn't talk to you much about that. Maybe a bit on like Wednesdays sometimes when you get home and no one's home.
Right, that's crazy.
But like most because Bailee was there most of the time, but she saw the relationship.
I watched them watch the fireworks.
Don't be a snob about it.
I watched them watch the fireworks.
So yeah, that
while
was,
you were working.
I wrote a case on you guys.
A case?
A case?
What, like a song?
Legal?
she wrote a case.
No.
I had it sent
No.
to the judge.
No, no. I was basically on the case.
She's on the case.
I was on the case.
But yeah, no, that was like you were one of the people I talked to. Like you saw it transpire.
Yeah.
I talked to you about it.
10 years from now, what do you want your relationship with Bailee to be like? What do you think it'll be like?
Oh, there are options. See, if we're both single but like rich enough to move out, we plan to move out together.
But only if we still like single. Pringles.
If we're like single or right a Pringle.
Yeah.
That what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And I said she absolutely does not have to like pay rent in my
Which is a
house. Crazy deal. Yeah, I didn't explain the deal yet.
Sorry. I just thought I didn't have to pay rent.
The deal is that because it would most likely be my house because she spends more than I do.
I do. I just.
So so yes, we would move out together in my house, and she wouldn't have to pay rent, but she has to be my maid. She of honor.
Yes!
Oh my god! No.
That was Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel can
I
get
was
in line.
I was talking about the house. Like, she could be my maid, and then it just, like, fits
Yeah.
together. But, yeah, she has to, like, clean the house and all that stuff. And then if she does that, then I will absolutely not charge her. And she thinks it's the craziest deal, but
That is such a crazy
But how
deal.
expensive are maids? Like, I don't know. I think that's
Yeah, but like I live in a house. I could just like stay up really late and like, you know, clean the bathrooms and
I'm
like
gonna stay up
go windows.
Hang
the
freshener.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I have a question. Could I ever move in with you guys?
It depends.
I'll be the second
You'd
maid.
have to pay
to
rent.
You
replace.
said is stupid.
Would
There's a
What would you like your relationship with Bailee to be like?
Better than she is with Caitlin. I'm just kidding.
You didn't even give the joke time to fester.
She felt ashamed.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
because I would have been like, what? No, I wouldn't have done that. That's so sweet.
Hopefully I'll like move in with them. Perhaps, maybe. Will you?
Might be 28 in 10 years.
Yes, you will.
Is 10 years away.
Well, it's like I'm a slime level age.
I'll be 23. That's what Dad said.
Okay, I was not listening.
And I don't think I have like a strong relationship like they do, but like I still get to like see her. Like I don't like want us to not see each other for like a year. Or
Oh,
month.
that's not happening.
So what do you
Yeah.
want it to look like?
Me?
Answer the
How
question.
often
I
do
feel
you
like
see?
we'll
I was
like
gonna answer.
I feel like we'll go out to like so
That's
like
what I was about to say. Like go out to
Coffee.
coffee.
fake coffee. I'm not getting
Coffee,
coffee.
fake coffee.
You'll get coffee.
Like go to
but, like,
Cafe Olay.
yeah,
She
so
doesn't
like
like coffee.
if we
She
don't
can-
see each other like enough, I feel like, you know, maybe like
Just meet
like
coffee and
twice or 3 times a month we'll just go out to coffee and be like, hey, how's life going?
That's so far apart.
My
That's what-
kids
that's
are
what I'm
doing
saying. I'm like,
good.
Can't we just like live down the street from each other?
Well, I have kids by the time I'm 20.
And then we can like create
Maybe.
secret tunnels to each other.
That would be crazy. 10 years. is
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
can.
great.
You gotta build a tunnel to my silo house.
Yeah. I'll make it.
Wait,
Like in
Oh.
Minecraft, because we like connected our houses.
Yeah.
You have to go through the shower to get to the other house.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna. We get sick of each other and we build separate houses and then we're like, it's too far away. Let's build tunnels to our house.
Oh, forgot to use the door.
like meet each other for the holidays. We should have like a
Well,
sibling.
duh.
Well, we should
That's
have
the
like
only time you
a
can meet.
sibling fan holiday.
A
Oh.
holiday.
And if we ever had it at my house, the dessert specials would be elf pasta.
Whoa.
But that's not a dessert.
That's like a. Let's try it once.
I like sweet desserts. Who's deciding to make them savory?
You be at my house.
No.
She'll have a house
No,
for
we'll
20
still
grand.
have like the Johnson family. Yeah, we'll also still be like, I'll probably still be going to the lake, like, you know, often. Will you?
Who knows? Maybe I might be popular and be a guitarist and a singer
Popular.
and go to Paris.
Well, then we couldn't get coffee 3 times a month.
well, guess what?
You gotta visit me in Paris.
Ugh. That's like, you have to pay my plane ticket.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
And we go to Cafe Olay.
How about you, Jake? What would you like to see your relationship with Bailee and the siblings like 10 years from now? You'd be 35.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's slightly
You're
that's
so
slightly stressful.
and wrinkly.
Yeah, my brain's already started developing. That's
Your hair is
scary.
gonna be gray by then. Brain is
I'd make
You're gonna need more glasses.
I'd make a hot braid hair, dude.
No, you would. 35 is so old.
I'd think it'd be cool to have a thing where just every so often go and visit, and if you're like with
He went
like
to the
bowling.
pool, he'd be too old.
Wow.
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
We can go to Big Show night, I guess. I'll do it for you. Big Show night.
Did we watch TV shows like we always used to do? If one of us has children at the time, like it'd be cool to like get to be a part of their lives and whatnot.
Yeah.
We have all of our children's names picked out, by the way.
Kind of.
Yeah, we do.
They're like in the wings, you know, like. Yeah.
We have
You know,
a checklist.
Imagine you being a grandpapa, papa.
At 35. I should sure
We
hope.
should try to beat them.
Wow, Jordan.
Yes.
If you could do any one thing with Bailee, money is not an object. What would you want to do with Bailee?
Ooh.
We could go to Confusion Hill.
Oh yeah. In California.
Because California is too expensive for us to go to. And we're young.
Confusion Hill. It like when you go up to Confusion Hill, there's like this little shop that like doesn't say Mystery Shack. No.
It says Confusion Hill.
Oh, it says
Okay.
Confusion Hill on it basically, and basically it has like merch.
So it was the place that inspired the Mystery Shack, and then there's a Bill Cipher statue there, who is a character from the show. And Bill Cipher is there, like the statue is there, and it's
Like,
a big.
He's just.
So we talked about going to see that someday, but obviously that's not like an impossible dream. So, you know, money's not an option, or not an object. I don't know. We also wanted to go to like Paris to see all of the sights.
Yeah, or to Seattle.
I do want to go to Seattle.
I would love to go to Seattle.
Seattle to see the aquarium. I thought this to myself. If Faye ever became a great artist, she's
already become
great artist.
And like she was like so great that she went to Paris, I would be there.
I like it, Picasso.
I like a Picasso. And also like one more thing, we said like if these ever existed, like we would want to go record shopping together.
Yeah, go to a record store, but they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Same thing as like a roller rink. I want to go to a roller.
Oh my
rink
god,
someday.
let's go to a roller rink.
Let's do a roller rink.
Money
No
be danged.
skydiving?
I do want to go. I didn't think you.
Wait.
I always forget if you want to go skydiving or not.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
And yes, I would.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like that's still plausible without.
No, I think that too. Yeah,
So-
if money was no object, though. Money was no object, what would we want to do? We'd want to build our own type
Go
of house.
Iceland.
And we'd want to make it the most themed house ever. We would buy the most themed stuff, like carpet from Aladdin.
Yeah.
And we'd buy personal designers so they can make it perfectly designed.
Yeah.
It could look like the Owl House if you wanted.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
I don't know, but yeah, Iceland would be crazy as well.
I would love to go to Iceland.
Me too.
That sounds pretty.
I've talked about like multiple times with Bella. She wants to go like drive around like the country in a van for a year or something.
That'd be rad.
It would be rad. But that puts a damper on my living with you.
For a year.
Yeah, for a year I can't live.
Yeah,
with you.
what's a
it
year
put
in
a
the
damper-
grand span of
I
life?
put a damper for
Not
you living with
really.
her if like she had a tarantula. You said that you wouldn't live with her if she
No,
had a
of course I
tarantula.
would. And she knows that. But I don't think she can bring a tarantula in a van. But like, that sounds like, does that interest you? I don't know.
Oh, for sure.
Really?
So
Do that much, like, going out stuff.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I would love to go to Iceland with her.
love to go to Paris with her.
I'd love to go to Paris with her. You could come if you wanted.
Really?
Yeah.
We are inviting
Money's not
you.
an object, so.
We talked about in the one point in like the 10, 20 years, like doing like a sibling cruise kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be fun. I love cruises. Cruises are just fun.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to travel more.
Maybe you should bring the
She
car
has
in
a
here.
car.
I have a car.
Okay, so we love to eat pesto, but we usually blend it in there. But we're just gonna try it as regular basil. Ready, set, go. Okay, that's weird. It almost tastes minty, but it's not.
It does. It tastes like
It does taste like
hot.
mint. It's hot. Yeah, it is hot. That is so weird. What are you looking for?
My water.
Want another basin?
Yeah.
To get that taste out of your mouth, how about you get this one?
Oh, no one's gonna punch me in my money moustache. Oh, I am the moneyest. Respect the moustache.
That's what I come into. Do that full speed thing again.
1 minute, you get around. Full speed.
This is what Bailee looks like when she's wearing pajamas, but still wants to like do handstands and etc. Yep. I'm just talking to Bailee, and she's just like casually talking to me like this. Like, that's not gonna taunt me. She thinks that this is normal. It's not.
This is.
You're hurting my feelings.
Normally I go wider.
I'm sorry. Bailee just said the most ridiculous thing. Okay, Bailee, would you mind saying that again?
This matches my sweater.
I'm a rebel. Oh, funny shit, look at me all have a whole Christmas. Nah.
This is how you do a cartwheel while getting shot. On the outside. Always looking at ow. Every video on.
45 seconds, let's go.
No.
I got Braden.
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Jackie, hold completely still. Okay, ready? Ready? Can you make it more clear, Bailee?
It's hard to draw on his face.
Yeah. And if he could have some sideburns, that would be great.
Okay.
I'm in the shower, aren't I?
Sorry.
Action.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you in debt and you don't have enough money to pay it off?
Absolutely.
Well then, here's something you could do. Get mom's purse. Take her wallet. Problem solved.
Action.
Hello. Do you want an over-obsessive brother? Well, come to my home and take a boy.
Action.
Hello. Do you want a car but you can't pay for it? Get a wheelie thing. Whee! Easy places and faster time. Hey, Walla. Hello. Do you need to go to the gym but really don't want to? And you're just eating a bunch of junk food and you don't want to stop? Well then, do sit-ups with your daughter sitting on your feet and eat a chip.
Bailee was just walking along and then all of a sudden, oh no! A solution. Would you like to say your solution?
I'm gonna karate kick it.
She's taping napkins to her shoe and then karate kicking it.
Oh, it's lower now.
It's stupid. Come on.
I'm scared.
Fall down! Just fall down! Oh my gosh, who shot him? Sniper!
Merry Christmas!
Jordan made up what they call a cute and boring dance. They're like, hey, want to watch a cute and boring dance?
Boring cute.
Is that what he said?
Boring cute dance.
Okay, sorry. Start!
Boring, 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 boring.
Boring. That's so cute, they boring!
Boring.
Bye!
Boring.
It's been a long time, but Bailey's finally leaving the house.
Left her long enough.
Look! Dad picked her up, put her outside, and she's actually walking away now. I'm actually... What?
She didn't even bring her shoes.
Is she gonna come back? Do you think that she's gonna get cold feet?
In the elevator or the stairs?
The elevator.
Okay, let's use the stairs.
It's way easier to take a...
What are you doing? Are you focusing or not?
Fun.
Hi. Hi there. How you doing?
No.
No. Why? Because if you do, then you can get sick. You want to get sick?
I think
There you
it's...
go.
Oh my gosh.
Very low. Ready for an arrow.
Beautiful.
Hello, IHOP? Do you guys have any pancakes?
Go. Don't hold on to the fridge, you're cheating.
Okay, fine. Let's see if she can actually do it. She actually lifted up my feet for about a second.
Oh boy.
You know
That never works.
How long can you go, Caitlin?
Hello.
Echo!
Try to get bait.
Echo! Echo!
Okay.
Beat that.
My lap! Ever since the war, I no longer had my lap. Ever since the war. Lap! My lap was so beautiful. It was shot to bits.
Bailey asked Jakey if bringing the toaster in here would be easier. I don't know what he said.
Say
He
yes.
said
I didn't want to leave this room.
Yeah, so she brought the toaster in here.
Now would you like to bring it back?
Wow, the kitchen looks like it has so much space. No reason.
Excuse me.
No reason whatsoever. Why does it look so spacious?
Excuse me.
Ow.
Trying not to cough, I wanted it.
I want crap.
Guys, I know I'm not gonna try to cough.
I'm amazing.
So was I.
Okay.
Okay, watch and learn.
I know, me too.
Okay,
Now let's have to watch as I do. Yeah, I think I could do this whole thing.
Picnic Island. With Grandpa, of course. What? I got the video right now. Whoa! Are you alright? Got that on video for you.
At least I didn't hit my head.
Yep, I'm glad.
Or my front of the face. Told you it was dangerous. I know.
I know.
Wow. Painful. Kind of. What do you mean kind? Yes, it's definitely. It doesn't hurt that bad.
Not that bad.
And I don't know why I'm bleeding. And I do know why I'm bleeding because it didn't
Oh,
hurt
you
that
are?
much.
Oh, on your leg. Hi-yo. There you go.
Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Jordan.
I love climbing trees. Oh, I know what.
Okay, a time Bailee made me laugh. I would say when we were like about 12 maybe. She had finally learned how to take the sailboat out on her own and she was super excited and she wanted to take me out. And while we were out, she kept on jokingly trying to tip it, but she was like, I'm not gonna tip it. I won't. I'm too good at this. And then she tipped it and it was funny. Because she specifically said we weren't gonna go down and then about 10 minutes in, we were down. And then we flipped it, and then we had to flip it back over. I thought we might die, but we did, because she's a smarty pants.
She makes me laugh a lot, actually. And mostly what makes me laugh with Bailee is the way she says stuff. And it's hard for me to remember the exact things that she says that make me laugh. They're just things that happen throughout a day. So a couple examples might be, like on the summer video, she had a couple things like she's taking pictures and she's like, I'm a great camera-er, or I'm great at cameraing, or, you know, stuff like that. She just comes up with these words that aren't actually words, but they just make me laugh.
So the only context you really need for this is, so as a Christian, sometimes God feels different. Feels distant. So we were playing Halo one time, and we were singing the song "Reckless Love," and so we were singing the part of the chorus that sings "Leaves the 99," and Bailee goes. She says something along the lines of, "I feel like I'm one of the 99 Jesus leaves in order to save the one rapist." And so I don't know why. I just think that's so relatable sometimes.
I was having a hard time just picking one, so I chose several times that I've quoted her, specifically during painting sessions at Freeze Out. These were my favorite quotes. When she dropped a paintbrush, she cried, "Oh no, I dropped the detail." When someone said, "Ooh, that's very pretty," about what she was painting, she said, "Yeah, I know, I'm an artiste." When someone chose to go against the directions and paint whatever, she said, "Oh my gosh, you're hashtag different." At our last Freeze Out, someone mentioned Abraham Lincoln, and she happily shouted, "Oh my gosh, you know Abraham Lincoln too?" And that was just some of the best moments.
It was a Thursday night. She was getting done with her English subject in school. So the last thing she had to do was make a speech. And her speech was, why didn't people make self-melting roads? And I thought that the speech was very funny. Like, she was talking about like construction, potholes, and how people are more making this like new alien car instead of self-melting roads. And one was when she was like saying, do you remember a time when there was no construction during the summer? And Mom says in the background, no. And I just thought it was very funny. She's very creative in making things funny.
Can you remember a summer where you didn't see construction? No. If we had self-melting roads, the roads wouldn't get damaged, which means we would not need construction.
I wouldn't say never.
We wouldn't need it.
But I think at one point we were at Vince's open house, and then I went to leave. I went to get into my car, and found out that everything in there was a wreck and a shamble. Everything was put into different places. I think the seatbelts were made. There were ripped up pieces of paper everywhere. Like a little picnic mat was covering my driver's seat, and with seat belted in. As I walked, I think my snow brush was on my window seal. Externally, I was distraught. Internally, I was like, "Oh, this is funny."
Umbrella.
This isn't there. That's open. Oh, it's dashboard. This is buckled. Yep, it's perfect.
Every time I'm with Bailee, I probably go into a laughing fit. She is literally hilarious. But one memory I can remember is it was my birthday, and we were just chilling at my house, and I think we were playing some card games, and she is just hilarious as always. She always comes into the room and makes everybody happy, and she's very quick-witted and knows how to have a good time for sure.
We were playing Dungeons and Dragons, and they were fighting these zombie revenant guys. The one that Bailee was fighting rolled a 1, dropped his sword, and Bailee on her turn picked up the sword and handed it back to him. The whole table was like, what is going on? But Bailee was convinced that she could convert this guy to a good guy, and she was going to try, even if it meant handing the sword that he was going to stab her with later. I still laugh about that moment. It's one of my favorite Dungeons and Dragons moments. It made me laugh, and it is a picture of who Bailee is.
Every summer, me and Bailee and Java make advertisements. It's like a little tradition. We have like a little sleepover and we make advertisements, which is like with random things. And this year we decided to do an advertisement with Coke, like Coca-Cola, and Bailee came up the idea for the advertisement, and she had Shava snort a Coke line, and then like I slammed Coca-Cola down the table, and it was like, you've tried cocaine, but have you tried Coca-Cola? Yeah, and she came up with that, and I thought that was really funny. That was a really funny idea.
You've tried Coke, but have you tried Coca-Cola? It'll make you think your Coke addiction is gone. Spend your money on the new kind of Coke.
One day we're at work, go figure. I think Oliver's playlist came on. It was something heavy, Metallica maybe, and I come around the corner and Bailey's headbanging, and I don't know, it made me chuckle. She's funny in that way.
Bailee made me laugh once when we were sitting in church and our pastor was preaching on free will. He said you can use it for good or for bad. One of the things you could use it for bad would be to cheat on your wife. And Bailee gasped, and everybody in the entire sanctuary heard her, and everybody looked at her. And I was sitting right next to her, so it was very awkward.
Okay, I'm doing one more of one time she made me laugh because I remembered this just now and I feel like it needs to be part of this. We were on a cruise together for about a week. We see each other a lot, but we weren't really close. And by the end of the cruise, we were hanging out a lot and we were enjoying each other's company. But one time I had a lot of fun is we got stuck in an elevator. We didn't get stuck. We chose to be in the elevator. And every time someone came in the elevator, we would talk about the most random stories. One was about jelly beans at a gas station with diesel. And we were just trying to confuse the crap out of everyone. And it was hilarious. One of the dudes was drunk and he was pretending to be a T-Rex. It was really funny. And then eventually Karen screamed at us to get out of the elevator because it was 10:30. It might have honestly been later. She screamed at us to get out of the elevator and she ruined our fun, but it's okay. She was a fun memory as well. We loved her.
Some of them have 2. Really? Others of them have like 3. Sometimes they cut it off.
Have you ever
and they have like
12?
Oh my god.
Like this. You can have him if you want it. You didn't get him. You didn't get him. Man, my mom almost named me Daryl. My mom almost named me Noah. Noah? I'm being so serious. My mom thought I was a boy. Sorry.
A time when Bailee made me laugh, I would say, there's not a specific scenario for that made me laugh. It's just laughing together, kind of that was more of a thing. Just being together, laughing about a bunch of different things.
A time Bailee made me laugh. Have you seen this girl's Instagram? So she posts the most stupid things that it's too stupid to post, but she does it anyway. She has this one picture of a broom on the floor, and at the bottom it reads #NoFilter. And another picture, she has her chin up against the table like this, and at the bottom the caption is trying to find a way to look at my chin. She has a picture of Jake's empty room after he leaves. At the bottom it reads #very empty room, #you took my HDMI even though I said yes, #hope you never come back, #come back please, #why, #sad, only have sisters now, #why aren't you back yet, #hope you're happy, #only been a few days, #school tomorrow, I should go to sleep now. Yeah, she lines up very much with my humor.
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings.
I say
Thank you
that.
for gathering here today. I can already hear the rhetorical question on everyone's mind. Why am I giving a speech?
Oh.
I'm here to talk about one of the most relevant topics to anyone who drives a car. Why don't we have self-melting roads yet? Trademark. We unfortunately have awful roads year-round. In the winter, the roads aren't plowed and are near impossible to drive through. Case in point.
Where is this?
I don't know. Look at the unplowed roads.
Gotcha.
Makes it almost impossible to drive through. Or they are covered in ice, which leads to hundreds of people spinning out and ending up in a ditch.
I feel like I'm in Meet the Robinsons.
Case in point.
Hey, that's my
Spinning
friend
out.
Jim.
Or worse, a collision with another car. In the summer, the roads are so damaged by the snow that it leaves plot holes everywhere.
Plot holes.
That's what I call them.
I hate plot holes.
That's what I call them. That's what I call them.
I wrote it correctly in my notes so that you don't correct them.
The arrow. The plot holes. It's Casper.
Yeah. It's the plot holes. Cars everywhere are running over potholes, leading to the alignment in them to be ruined forever. With potholes also comes construction. Can you remember a summer where you didn't see construction?
No.
If we had self-melting roads, the roads wouldn't get damaged, which means we would not need construction.
I wouldn't say never.
We wouldn't need it. I often ask myself, why hasn't anyone started making self-melting roads yet? Trademarked. I think a major reason scientists are too caught up with their own problems.
They're trying to build a hotel in space.
Oh my gosh, I knew I should put that in there. They keep making new cars no one can possibly afford.
Cybertruck.
There's the
Who would even want a Cybertruck?
Nobody wants them. They're so
I
faulty.
thought this is the fit. Why bring Elon to this?
Ew, it's
Because he's a scientist. They would rather explore space than explore new ideas to improve life. Another reason that I don't believe the government cares about draw page our daily problems. The government only cares about making money and and another new iPhone will do that for them. Case in point.
Super Deluxe Ultra iPhone 3000.
They would even go as far as to confirm aliens exist.
I saw that coming.
Yeah. What should we do about this?
The aliens?
No.
Ignore.
About the fact that we don't have self-melting roads.
Trademark.
We should see if the aliens can make some melting roads, because obviously humans are just.
I think we should rise up. We've been living on our knees, and I think we should rise up.
I'm literally on my knees.
We can
right
start
now.
publicly protesting.
Wait. Does yours say cough?
This is court.
No.
I couldn't fit anything on my sign. And handing out pamphlets, because everyone loves pamphlets.
Who doesn't?
The Reynolds
I
pamphlet.
don't remember the last time I saw a pamphlet in the trash. But as for me, I have written this speech. Now that you are all aware of the problem, my work here is done. Thank you all for listening to my speech about self-melting roads, trademarked. I hope you took it to heart, and will help me take a stand. I wrote as. Okay, sorry. I didn't check it. Oh, help me take a stand for a better way of living. Sayonara.
Yay! Encore!
I thought this was a speech saying goodbye to English.
No, but it's the last thing I have to do for English, so it's basically a speech saying goodbye to English.
You could be like, watermelon! This is me and Shava.
Okay, we're gonna go underwater.
Taking on the world together. We're come here. We're walking between this island and that island. And Uncle Mike is right there. Oh, we're still going to the island. We're gonna record underwater. We're about halfway. So says the punching boat.
Give it.
Why do you want
I
to?
want to go record it.
Yeah, that's Shala being annoying.
I want to get it.
Call me Dog. We made it.
Yeah, wait, it's not your fault.
We made it. Yeah. The sun's bright. Oh wow. Look at the island. Look at the island we're at. And that's the island that we were at.
Probably watching this and like, what are they doing with their lives?
Everything. I just want to say something. I don't even know.
You are my sunshine, my sunshine. I make me happy. Skies are gray. You'll never know I love you. Please do not take my sunshine away.
All right, Bae. So tell me, what do you love about music?
I don't know, it just kind of makes you want to dance. So there's like a lot of different like emotion in it, and I don't know, I love all music for a different reason. There's different songs that I like because they make me happy, or because they make me sad, or because they make you want to dance. Even songs that I don't like, I really respect, the people who make them, because I'm like, that's really hard and I can't do that. And it's also just like a really nice community.
What did you like about playing the piano?
I liked it whenever I got to like play music that I wanted to play. Like I got to play like Part of Your World with Jordan, and we got to like sing it together. That was really fun. Whenever I got to like, learn something that like whenever I like learned a song that I had like known previously, I thought it was the coolest thing. When like Caitlin would play like The Greatest Showman or the Oblivion like main theme, I thought that was so cool because the piano just makes it sound so grand.
So what made you decide to try the violin?
Oh, I've always wanted to play violin. Like I would watch like the new Karate Kid, like the remake or whatever, and the girl in there would play violin, and I thought it looked so elegant and graceful, and it sounded beautiful.
Hello, my name is Kayla Parshall, and I am Bailee's violin instructor. Bailee has been studying violin with me for about 3 years now, and has just been an absolute delight every step of the way. When she came to me, she had a really solid foundation with the piano, and so there were a lot of musical things that we didn't have to learn because she already knew them. And so we've been able to just take the technical things required of the violin and just run with them. And it's been an absolutely beautiful journey. I have loved teaching her. One of the things that is just really notable about Bailee is that she is so consistent and just puts in the work no matter what's really going on. Like, she just consistently puts in the work and consistently gets better. And she's my most advanced student that I'm currently teaching, and is probably one of the most dedicated students that I've ever taught. She never complains about any assignments or anything. She always comes in with a good attitude. It's been just really great to teach her. I think we also have a lot of fun playing music together and have enjoyed getting to know each other.
It's a lot harder to play than it looks. I'm not great at it, but you know. Just like everything I've seen about it, it just looks beautiful, and people who play it are just really talented, and it's really cool.
One thing that I want to say to you, Bailee, as you are graduating and getting ready to embark on a whole new journey in your life, is just, number one, never stop playing music, because even if you just do it because you love it, it's worth it. As you begin to step out on your own and are growing and are learning who you are and what you believe, just remember to keep God at the center of everything that you're doing, and to pursue the relationship with Jesus above everything else, because you won't go wrong. And you will have the most beautiful life if you just stay close with him and let him direct every step. Happy graduation, my dear. I'm so, so, so proud of you, and I'm so glad that we've gotten to be together on this journey the last few years.
It's dope. Love music.
Why are we singing the same note?
It's like, I think it's the most common note.
Okay.
In the
choral.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Right.
3, 2, 1. We didn't mean to do that. That was an accident.
That was an accident.
You guys just witnessed greatness and you didn't even know it.
No, you don't understand.
I don't. You couldn't ever understand.
Yeah.
The bond we have.
Bro, check this inside. Joke.
Okay, favorite memory with Bailee. There's a lot of them because we were neighbors my whole childhood. But a really fun one was when I saw a wild cat. And not like a wild cat, like it was like a tiger, but not a tiger because we live in Michigan. This big cat that was like out on the loose, and everyone had kept on seeing it. And I saw it in my backyard, and I told Bailee about it, and she refused to walk home. So she made me walk her home after coming to my house every single night because she refused to go by herself. And it just made me feel so trusted.
A really great memory of Bailee is like when she started to started to be a really good drawer. She was really good at drawing stuff, and when we would be home alone, she would teach me how to draw pictures that she was really good at, and that was very cool of her to do that. And when I look at it, I was like, Bailee's really good at really helping me with getting the shapes and all, and we drew a lighthouse with a sunset in the background, which is really cool. Just sometimes we would just do karaoke or something. It was very fun.
I've known Bailee since I think about 9th or 10th grade. Some of my favorite memories with you, Bailee, will always be at camps or youth retreats. The one that always comes to mind is winter retreat in the cabin just before all of us are falling asleep. You and Gabby Vermilia found out that you both really loved VeggieTales and VeggieTales songs. You continued to sing them over and over again as we all drifted off to sleep. And that just brought me so much joy, because when you first came to the church, you were really quiet and it was hard for you to meet new people. And seeing you two make that connection, become best friends, was really awesome. And seeing your friendship grow with her and Rosalie And Marilyn and Izzy has been really beautiful over the years. So that definitely was one of my favorite memories because that was the start of your friend group here or at the youth group.
I also remember we used to take turns pulling each other towards each other's houses all the time, and we would also stand by each other's door and just randomly scream hi to the other one, and we would like wait for response because we couldn't see each other's houses, but we could still like scream and hear each other.
When I think about a good memory with Bailee, I think about when she was younger. I remember when she was a little baby, she would cry anytime Kim wasn't with her. That always made me smile, and I just watched her personality kind of grow from there. Like all the years, just, yeah.
Got recency bias on this. I'm gonna say my favorite memory with Bailee. When we were on the cruise last year, the day that we were in the Dominican Republic, it was like a perfect Bailee day. Like we got up and we went and zip lined, and then we jumped off waterfalls, which she was just so excited about, and you could just see how excited she was in the videos. We went back to the ship, we got her siblings, and then we went back into the Dominican Republic, and you know, she got to hang out with her siblings, and she was dancing with Jake, and Jake bought her the Virgin Mojito. Then you know, back on the ship, you know, dancing on the deck with Jordan, and they just had this like really great day, and it was just all these things that were about Bailee. And the funny thing is, like, I was only really a part of a small portion of that, but then looking back on the videos, like, that made me really happy. I'm gonna go with that's my favorite Bailee memory.
She's probably the most athletic of my kids up to this point. Jordan's got some too, but she water skis, and I obviously love to water ski, and so that she asked to use my ski, I think is really cool. And that's the first time that she asked me to use my ski, or that I suggested she use my ski, and she got excited about that. That made me really happy.
We went to our neighbor's house all the time. Their names were the Gallatins, and we would always knock on their door, and we would like say hi to them and have food with them, and they were super sweet, and I loved them. And I love going to their house with Bailee.
Also playing partner dodgeball with you at summer youth camp, you explaining to me how your family doesn't eat meat, which is very normal to you, but fascinating to me. Us, how we were playing charades the last winter retreat we were on. So many fun little memories. That's what I think about when I think of you and my favorite memories.
Bailee finally got her boater's license, and I was very happy to be able to teach someone else to drive my boat, because I really wanted someone else other than Jen to pull me. And yeah, teaching her to drive my boat and park it was fun. Good memory.
The second memory I can think of was one I wasn't even here for, and it's when Bailee was a lot younger. She just had so much energy. She still has it, but when she was younger, she just couldn't control herself. And so I was gone, and I came back to this story of Bailee just being so excited, and that there was a cupboard door open, and she was just like, I don't know, just has this energy, and she just starts leaning on the cupboard until it breaks off the hinges. And you know, I have to fix it now, but it just kind of says who Bailee is. She's just has all this energy, and she's actually learned a lot. And she now controls her body a lot more than she used to. But we used to have to say to her, Bailee, control your body. Bailee, control your body. And that's just kind of something that kind of says who she is.
Favorite memory would have to be meeting her for the first time. It was at summer camp 2022, and we happened to be in the same cabin, and I noticed her backpack was after the last airbender, and so I said, I really like your backpack. She was thrilled, and so we started talking, and I think it's my favorite memory because I knew right away that I wanted to be her friend.
Oh, one of my favorite memories, our night swim. Our night swim about 3 years ago now. At one of our sleepovers, it was kind of lightning outside and raining, and Shelby refused to get in the water because she was cold and it was lightning, but me and Bailee got in and we went for a little night swim, and Yeah, it was lightning, but it was fun. It was worth it.
So recently we've had an Attack on Titan phase. Because we were so invested in it, we just went out of our way to almost celebrate it, I guess. So the main character, we celebrated his birthday. He's a precious little cinnamon roll, so, you know, we bought cinnamon rolls and sang happy birthday to Eren Yeager. Bailee and I, we memorized multiple of the intros, like in Japanese, and we just randomly sing those whenever. After the show ended, we were like super sad and we kept sending each other these sad TikTok edits of the characters. But I feel bad because I feel like those memories don't really do our relationship justice. She's one of my favorite people in the world, so anytime you spend with her, like, I'm having the time of my life. So just don't take those memories as like the peak of our relationship.
A favorite memory of Bailee is when she first came to my house, probably for a birthday. We were downstairs, and when she was trying to go upstairs, she was having trouble trying to open the gate that goes to our basement, and my dad came over to help her, and now she's convinced that he's mad at her because he had to come help her, which of course isn't true, but she won't listen.
A good memory that I have would probably be when we were playing a card game. All of the cards were made out of plastic, so when we were trying to pick them up, they kept slipping out of our fingers, and we were both dying laughing because we were very slap happy.
My favorite memory with Bailee would be every fifth Sunday of the month, our church would have a potluck, and usually after we eat, we'd go into one of like the nurseries, and we'd watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that's where I first saw a show, which was super fun and special.
Two lovers forbidden from one another, a war divides their people, and a mountain divides them apart. Built a path to be together. Yeah, I forget the next couple lines, but then it goes, secret tunnel, through the mountain, secret tunnel, yeah.
Okay, so there is this show called Ruby that all of the sibling clan absolutely adores. But when it was coming out, for some reason we all would like watch it separately. Like Jake would show it to me, and then we'd show it to the girls. But then Volume 9 came out, and everything just like lined up perfectly for us to watch it together. Like the parents were spending the night at the lake, and it was just us like staying up super late, and we binged watched this last season that just came out, and it was just the most amazing thing. We were fangirling over the music, the new music, the new animations, and just everything about it. It was just awesome.
The recent one I can think of at the top of my head with both Bailee and Caitlin. A few years ago, we like sat down. It was probably like at midnight or something like that. When we binged watched the most recent season of Ruby, which has been our favorite show. And it was the first time like we like watched it all, the newest one together, all going in blind, made our predictions and whatnot. I think we started at like down midnight, but it like its duration was like 3 hours. It took us till like 7 in the morning to get through it because we kept pausing it and talking about it, and Bailee would be screaming about certain things that would happen, and I think the internet went out for like 30 minutes, so at least we watched it and we got through it, and it was the frickin' fun time.
Bailee. D? D.
My mind's not working right now. I'm dumb. And I made the little bubble. I made the little bubble so that you know he's saying it.
Okay.
You can't really see his mouth.
Yeah, that's because you erased it. Welcome back to the slide. Today? Well, today you're going down first. How was your
take a high dive into a drink. Some people want to watch the world swirl into the sink. Why would you argue? Is the glass half full? It's a mess. I drank the first half, you can drink the rest. Hey! One foot on the pedal, one hand on the wheel. Don't know where I'm headed, but it starts right here. Everywhere I go is home. Every town and every road, every song I've ever known, carried in my bones. I feel like a lightning strike every time I rock the mic. You can join me if you like, or I'll go on my own. I'm looking up. I'm looking up. All the way up. I'm looking up.
This is how mermaids jump off docks.
Look at me now, I think you find it hard to believe. Back in my year before, at least likely to succeed. You go and worry about the things you can't control. I'm a seed of donut, you can see the hole. Everywhere I go is home. Every town and every road, every song I've ever known, carried in my bones. I feel like a lightning strike every time I rock the mic. You can join me if you like, or I'll go on my own. I'm looking up. I'm looking up. All the way up. I'm looking up. All the way up. Everywhere I go is home. Every town and every road, every song I've ever known, carried in my bones. I feel like a lightning strike every time I rock the mic. You can join me if you like, or I'll go on my own. I'm looking up. I'm looking up. All the way up. I'm looking up.
Now it's a break time. Sleep. Nap. Good night.
Bailee's always been a great friend to Rosalie. She's always made her laugh and put a smile on her face. And she's just been a great person all around, and we love her very much.
She's very bubbly.
Very bubbly. Optimistic in every way we can think of.
Very, very optimistic.
Always a joy to have her. Always easy to have around as well. Never felt challenging to be in her presence. She's always very talkative and outgoing and easy to talk to. She's easy to relate to on a lot of different levels. We're excited for Bailee's future and the things that she has in store for herself and that God has in store for her. We just can't wait to see that all play out and be a part of her life. And we've been happy to be a part of her life so far and can't wait to see her future.
Now for little tidbits of advice as you become an adult or go out into the world. Stay true to who you are, even if it looks different than everybody else. Keep learning and asking those hard questions that you do. Be open and discerning to what the Holy Spirit has called you to and where it leads you. Still looking at my notes. Also, just because you're graduating, I hope that we can still build our friendship, and you know that I'm always just a phone call away, or you can always see me on Sundays. I've really enjoyed spending time with you throughout high school, Bailee, and I think you're going to do great things.
And my final wishes and sentiments, like after this whole high school journey, I hope you continue to do things you enjoy, like your art. I hope you make time for it. I also hope you find a job that you like and that brings in enough money for the both of us, because, yeah. And then we can do all of our trips that we plan.
I hope that whatever it is you choose to do in life, you do it for yourself and not because someone else wants you to do it. I hope you get to experience some things and just know that you're supported by a lot of people, and if you ever need anything, we're here to help you if you need it. But just whatever you do, go have fun. That's it.
Final wishes for Bailee is just don't change who you are for anyone except Jesus. Follow what makes you happy and what God calls you to do, whatever that looks like. Also, never stop painting and drawing because you seriously have a talent. And I don't know what else to say, so, you know, good luck wherever you go. Have fun.
Final wishes for Bailee. This girl is so sweet. I love her so much, and I hope she finds what she loves. She loves drawing. I don't know if she's going to stay with that forever, but I hope she figures something out she loves and she sticks with it, because when she finds something she loves, she glows with it. I love it.
I hope that whatever she wants to do, she thrives in. I hope she keeps God at the center of everything. I hope that she just stays joyful even when things get really tough, because life can throw curveballs. I'm very thankful for her friendship. Really been so blessed to get to know her. Yeah. I love you, Bailee.
Final wishes or sentiments would be, I'm just so grateful that our friendship has lasted this long. You know, we were friends since we were very little, and there was a time where we were not as close, but like we got closer as years went on, and I'm super thankful for that, and I just hope it lasts forever.
Just know that even though having acts of service is a very admirable quality, know your boundaries, your limitations. Make sure that the people you're taking care of also know how to take care of themselves before you just give everything to them. Like, don't be a pushover, but also don't change.
Bailee, you are one of my favorite people in the world. I admire your kindness and how loving you are. You are not scared to be yourself, and you bring so much positivity into my life. I have no doubt that you will go so far in life, and I cannot wait to see where God takes you. You are someone who reaches out to others just like you did me. When I first met you, I knew right away I wanted you in my life. I wanted you to be my friend, and I never want to lose you. Never want to lose our friendship. So please continue. Keep being yourself, because you are amazing, and I absolutely adore you.
I'm excited to see where you turn out, where you go, what happens. I'm excited to be there and excited to see you. Good luck. I don't know.
Bailee, I wish you the bestest luck, the bestest adult years you'll have, and to never stop painting or drawing, and to never stop being who you are, because you're awesome.
So I didn't plan this out, Bailee, like I would normally like to plan these things out. But the thing that has been coming to my mind as I've been working on this video is I've gotten to see how other people have looked at you. And one of the things that stands out is just how much people love you. Like the things that people say, like I have gotten really emotional editing this video so many times, just watching other people's interviews and their takes on you. And I think the thing that it stands out about you is just how much joy you have and how much joy you bring people and all the love that just overflows out of your heart. And the thing that I want you to think about as you go forward in life is, you know, there's things that are going to happen that are hard because life itself is hard. But I want you to maintain that. I really, life is a gift, and I think you appreciate that more than most people I know. And I want you to maintain that gift and to always be thankful for it and to always have that exuberance and that joy that you have. And the other thing that I wish for you, the other thing that I really would like for you to have is, you know, I saw in the videos Bella talk about wanting to travel with you and have adventures with you. Bailee, go out and have adventures. You're going to get a job, I understand that, but don't be afraid to go out and have some adventures. If you can go and travel with Bella or some other friends, do that. Take the chance now. You're 18, you're full of life. You're at home, so you have those opportunities. Have adventures, Bailee. I love you. You're a great daughter. You've brought me nothing but joy. Thank you for being my daughter.
Bailee, you and I are a lot alike. I never really realized it until recently. When I was young, I had a lot of energy too. I got into everything and got in trouble, making messes. When I started going to school, I calmed down and started listening to my authorities, wanting to be a people pleaser and all. However, you never went to school. I remember thinking, what is going to tame this girl? Throughout the years, you went through a few changes in my mind. You were my baby for almost 5 years. For most of those years, I thought we were done having kids, and you would always be my baby. Then you suddenly became the middle child. Even though you and Caitlin shared the role, she had more first child tendencies, being the leader of the siblings and being OCD. I think a lot of your boundless energy was used to get attention, especially after Jordan was born. But as you grew up and started to learn how to control your body, you became the person who I could talk to, my safe person. We spent a lot of time in the car due to living so far away from everything. When you started sitting in the front seat, I started venting to you. The car is where I think, and you became my sounding board, for better or for worse. I'm sorry to say this, sometimes that probably wasn't pleasant for you. I would often take my frustrations out on you, and for that, I'm sorry. Thank you for being a safe person for me, and I hope that I will always be a safe person for you. I wish you the best as you begin your life as an adult. It makes me happy to see you succeed in all the things. Your art, getting a summer job, applying for college, buying your first car, putting together a fabulous friend group. I will always be one of your biggest supporters, and I want you to have it all.
Good morning. It looks like another beautiful day in Richmond. The sun is shining and the birds are singing. So make sure you get out there today and say hi to your neighbor.
May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May it take no effort in your being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all. As a slap bracelet, may you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions, though immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct. And may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Oh. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Can imagine, oh, no matter what your path is, if you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, 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 raise your glasses, go, 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 you can have it all. I told you, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. always to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. Here's to you always making me laugh. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all.
I present to you the Teach Class of 2025.
Here's to the good times we're gonna have. Here's to you always making me laugh. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all.